beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And today we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. No business like shade business. Y'all, can you say filler episode? Alright, let's get into it. So the episode opens with Candice and her mother Dorothy, and you guys, we're going to get into Dorothy later because Dorothy worked on every last nerve that I have, okay? But apparently she's here to help support her for the video. Candice also says that she's here more now that her name is not on the deed than she was when her name was on the deed. And why not? She has a luxury bedroom that Candice, made up for her. I don't know how Candice deal with her. It's her mom. Guess she has no choice, but it's whatever. So as they're looking around and she's telling her what she's gonna do to decorate, and her mom is, oh, this is like a first apartment. Oh, do you think you should fluff the pillows like this? I just would not be able to deal with her. I just can't. Okay, and next we have another mother-daughter duo, and it's Grace and Giselle, and apparently fifth time is the charm. So she has her learning permit, and they're going out, taking the little Gucci car that was the dad's, what's his name, Jamal, and going to teach her how to drive. They're going to go to a parking lot. She does terribly. She's awful. But I can't clown her because, you guys, I totally understood what Giselle was saying when she was like, if her dad lived next door, I would let her do it. I think I even put a Facebook post up when my baby was going through trying to learn how to drive, because it was the only thing I could not really teach her in her whole entire life. And it was the only time I said, oh my God, I need her dad to do this, because you try to teach her and they feel like they know everything and they don't want you to tell them, and it's just a whole lot of fussing. It's very stressful. So I was with Giselle on that, but yeah, poor little Grace, he's gonna need a lot more work. That's okay, she'll get all right because my baby was okay. Alright, you guys, a little disclaimer. I need you guys to bear with me with the sound because I'm trying to move this mic around, because every time I listen back, I can't really watch my videos back from YouTube because I hear, it sounds like the mic is like in my throat and I'm about to eat it. And I swear to God, I have it kind of far away from me. So I don't know what else to do. I don't know if it's just because I'm hearing myself back and it just sounds crazy. I don't know, but I don't like it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to fix this situation, because when I watch other reviewers, they sound fine to me. And I'm like, why is everyone else's mic fine but not mine? So again, I don't know if it's just because I'm hearing my own voice back or what, but I swear to God, I don't have this mic in my mouth. I don't. All right, let's move on. Okay, next we're at the house with Mia and her husband, and her kids are doing homeschooling. And again, she tells us how her husband has all of these different locations for his business, and he is home now while she is handling that. So she FaceTimes her mom, and her mom says she was reading the good word, and she starts telling her, yeah, and God gives many mercies and you have to let some things go. And I was like, I think she's kind of telling her to maybe let go of the past or something, kind of indirectly. I don't know. But, Mia was telling her that, and it was just so cute how excited she was to talk to her. She's like, hi, mommy, and all that. I officially do not like Mia, but we'll get to that later. But she's telling her, you gotta let go and everything. And Mia's letting her know that she wants to invite her out to have ice cream with her and the kids sometime soon. She's like, this week, next week, whenever, because I know you're very busy. And I'm like, what's mom doing? Not saying she doesn't have a life, but what's mom doing? Let me know. So also in this scene, we learn about Mia's siblings and the fact that her mom is living with her sister because she's not married or anything. So she keeps the kids, and Mia's like, so they have like this kind of codependent relationship. And pretty much she's jealous because they're always together and she's always with her kids. And she's like, I'm pretty fun to hang out with. And I'm like, no, you're not. But we're gonna stay we're gonna stay where we are with it. We're not talking about that now. So unfortunately she's jealous, and hopefully they can fix it, because even though, and I said I wasn't going to say I don't like people anymore. I'm not here for Mia, even though, I'm not about her. I would love for her and her mom to get, to where she wants to be, because she really is excited about her mom, as you should be. It's your mom. So then actually, I think that kind of answers the question of what Mia's mom is busy doing. She's busy watching her sister's kids. And I'm like, okay, if they're cousins and you're inviting her out to ice cream with your kids, why not just tell her to bring, their little cousins or whatever as well? Make it a family affair. Okay, and then sticking with Mia because we were with Mia way too long. Actually, you guys, we were with all these girls too long. These scenes ran too long. Sorry to complain, but they did. All of them ran too long. So Mia is talking to G and she's telling him about how Candice, she's doing this video with Candice and her husband is managing her. And remember when I first started with your business and you weren't managing me, but you were advising me and it was just too much. And, you're not my father. And I'm like, but he's the boss of you, girl. That was his business. So he can tell you what to do. So then she starts going into how it affects the bedroom because emotions get involved. And I can see that. So she says something about she doesn't want Candice to be a one-hit wonder and all that. Mia is an asshole. Period. Ha! Now, so for all you naysayers, Karen said that her candles have been in the works for a year and a half because she does discovery and she does product placement and all that stuff. So no, she did not just make it up from Wendy. And Wendy, she says again, she reiterates that Wendy's candles have one wick and that's for like a powder room or something. She has 3 wicks. So no, it's not the same. And I'm going to give it to Karen this time because it looks like she has it already branded. She has it pretty much ready to go. So she couldn't have possibly have just come up with it when Wendy did. And how do we know that? Because we then flip to Wendy and her husband and she's like, listen, you told me you wanted a presentation. I am ready. So she sits down. He's like, well, you look good. She got these little cat eye glasses. She got on her cheetah print, everything. And she's telling him pretty much, like he said, it's pretty much what you want to do and the reason for the candles and everything, the spirit in which you made the candles, but you still haven't gotten into any financials. How much does it cost to make a candle? Where are you trying to cap out at? Like what? Like she doesn't know any of this, and she's like, "Let me circle back to you." And he's looking like, "Yeah, that's fine. We can play this game." He didn't say that, but pretty much he was like, "We can play this game until you spend too much money, and then this is done." Y'all, and I'm thinking, is this just for a storyline? Because Wendy is too smart for this. There is no way Wendy did not do her homework and does not understand financials and what he's talking about. There's no way. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And so I do want to point out that Karen, at the end of her little segment, she did say that Wendy is a very smart woman and she's sure that she's going to knock it out of the park. And, I have to once again go with Karen because who wants a one-wick candle anymore? We don't want the one wick anymore. Like, do people still use the one wick? We just want the 3 wicks, or we just want the wood wick. The wood wick, yes, please. So Ashley goes to see her family, and you guys, Ashley is just nasty. She just is. Her brother looks like Nick Cannon, and I don't like the name Lump. Uncle Lump? Why? But his wife is pretty, and then her niece is cute. It's a nice looking family. So she has the kids there and everything. Kids are comfortable, of course, they're family. Her mom, handles the baby, her grandson or whatever. So I just pretty much had to really fast forward through this situation because it's not something I want to see. And I feel like they really, really showed the mom with her grandson, the baby, a whole lot. And yeah, it's just not something I want to see right now. But in the meantime, Ashley was talking about her badge and how stuff is hanging and stuff is different. And she says she can share with her family. And I'm not sure what Uncle Lump's wife said, but she did say something about calling her nasty. And I was like, yes, she is nasty. So Ashley tells them something about the fact that Michael wants to get into movies or whatever. So Uncle Lump says, listen, that's not even the cousin of real estate. Like, he's just coming out of left field. But he eventually says, you guys will figure it out. So we get the whole background with her and Uncle Lump and all that. And I'm like, I wish Uncle Lump would beat Michael's ass. I really do. Just for me. So yeah, let's just get past them. That was pretty much it anyway. So then we have Robin and Juan and yada, yada, yada. And yes, I am going to yada, yada past it because Robin, I said I'm not going to say I don't like people. I'm not here for her. I'm not about her. So I don't care anything about what's going on with her. Long story short, she tells Juan to be a little nicer. He says something about giving him a daughter, and then he'll do that. And I'm like, dude, please. But he gives her a hug and says, okay, he'll try. But we've seen the previews, so we know that that's not going to work. That's not going to last. And I'm not mad about it because later for Robin. So now we're at Candice's dance rehearsal, and she's talking about the video and how she just wants to have a fun video where she's chilling out with her girls with nice cars, and she's like, except for Ashley. And I was not mad at that. So at the rehearsal, they are stopping the music every time Candice messes up and everything, trying to make it seem like she can't dance. Candice is fine. She can dance. She just has to catch on to the choreography, but she's fine. So Candice says that because she's not signed yet, she's footing the bill for everything, and so far she's out of $10,000 for this video. So during practice, they take a quick break. She calls Chris, and she's just kind of confirming that everything is set for the video, I guess, tomorrow. And he's just kind of really aggressive with her. And I like Chris, but during this phone call, I think he was wrong. He's like, yeah, did I ever drop the ball yet? Everything is done. Everything is done. And I'm just like, it's fine. If she is the artist, I don't think there's anything wrong with her confirming that everything is okay. She didn't say you did anything wrong. She's not blaming you for anything. She's confirming. And to me, that's fine. That's her dotting her I's and crossing her T's. Chris, calm down. All right, and now it is video shoot day, and first to arrive is Mia. And I'm like, girl, what you got on? But then I quickly figured out that that is what she was told to wear. So she's there, no one else is there, and she's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? People are mowing the grass and the lawn, and Candice isn't there, and she's just kind of looking around. Then we see Wendy getting out her car, and she has a red Tupac bandana on, and Mia runs up to her and is like, oh, what are you doing with that Tupac? Tupac is dead. And I'm like, broad, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. This is why Mia makes me sick. You don't say that Tupac is dead just like that. We know, but don't say it like that. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I was offended by the way she said that. Like, it's no big deal that he's dead. Tupac is dead. Girl, let me stop because I'm getting offended all over again. So then Candice's mom, Dorothy, comes, and she meets Mia. Mia gives her a hug. She's very nice and everything. But then she asks her mom how old she is. And Wendy is like, oh my God, you don't ask nobody's mom how old they are. That is just rude. She's like, the way I was brought up, if she would have asked my mom, she would have been like, don't worry about how old I am. Worry about how old you are. And I'm like, yeah, how rude is that? But more importantly, Miss Dorothy says she's only 54. And I'm like, baby, bye. Clearly you're 64. Did she forget the 6? Because there's no way she's 54. She's obviously 64. Maybe even a good looking 74 I'll give her, but I will not give her 54. I'm sorry. You guys, Giselle makes it there. She looks a Giselle mess. She has on these glasses talking about, yeah, me and Wendy made up, but surely there's probably some shade or hateration, and those are her hater blockers or whatever. And I'm like, girl, bye. She can't look sexy for nothing. Giselle can't look sexy to save her life. Okay, why didn't you just put some heels on with that? Ma'am, what are you doing? Next to arrive is Candice. So as soon as she gets there, Giselle is like, hey, didn't know I was going to make it here before you. And I'm like, geez, just give her a minute. Then next to arrive after that would be Robin. And she tried. I'll give her that. She has on heels and she tried. She looks better than Giselle, but for some reason, Robin can't get her hair right to save her life. I don't care if it's terrible wigs or if it's non-moving stiff-ass braids or these two braids that don't look even. Like something looks off with these braids. She just can't get it right. Poor Robin. So all the ladies are standing around, and then we have the little person come over and tell Candice that the cars aren't here. and she's a little annoyed, and she's like, I need Chris here. She kind of walks away, and her mom is looking actually happy. Like, her mom looks gleeful that something isn't going right for her. She just wants to be able to say, I told you so, and be right. She doesn't care about the fact that what's going on could ruin her daughter's day. She just wants to be right. I can't say I don't like. I'm not here for, and I don't see it for her mom. Candice tries to call Chris, and Chris doesn't answer. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, use their cars. Like, these ladies have luxury cars or whatever, luxury vehicles. I mean, it's good enough. It's not like these drag racing cars or whatever that she had, I guess, in the first part of the video, but it's better than nothing. Like, you just have to make do. And eventually that's what they come up with. But for now, she's trying to call Chris, and he's not answering. Next to arrive is Karen. And you guys, she put these girls to shame. I'm sorry. Karen did it. Karen was best dressed to me. She did her thing. Oh, but the very last to arrive, and I almost forgot her because she's forgettable and we don't need her here, would be Escala. She does look cute, though. Her big hair looks cute. I'll give Escala that, you guys. She's cute. Her style is cute. She is just not needed, though. So she's there in her hair. So Candice goes over to try her dance moves out, and again, she's still messing up. And I'm like, girl, don't be messing up in front of these girls. And Mia asks Candice's mom, so is Chris coming? And she goes, oh, and her voice, oh my God. Oh, he was at the house when I left, so I love Chris, but, and you can tell she just wants to pop she just want to talk her shit. And you're doing this at your daughter's video shoot. And I think I'm going to say this probably like 7 more times because that's the only thing that kept going through my mind this entire exchange with her and Mia. So Karen tries to come to Chris's defense, and she says, listen, they're a new couple, newly married and everything, and he's trying to do it all. Her mom is like, I don't think he should try to do it all. I don't think he should, I just don't think he should try to do it all. So Mia's like, no, because it doesn't work, and I tried it. And I'm like, honey, I don't need you to be my manager. I need you to be my husband. And so her and Candice's mom just talking, and it's so funny because Wendy and Escala was like, like they were really bothered by this conversation. So when she heard what was happening, Wendy said, I don't mess with people's families. So Candice's mom is like, love is blind, love is blind. And then in the confessional, Karen is like, Dorothy, Candice and I are just getting back on speaking terms, and you're going to give me all this? Like, she don't want no parts of it. Then 2 seconds later, Candice walks over, and they're all like, oh my God, Candice, including Mia and her mom, phony asses. Oh my God, look at you. I was so annoyed. Yeah, when Candice walks away, Mia goes to her mom and she says, so I have a question. And she says, yes. Is Chris getting paid? When I tell you, Karen said, ooh, and then Wendy and the scholar just walked away and waved their hands like, oh, no, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. So when her mom says, well, I don't know if officially, I don't know. And Karen's still standing there, though. And then Wendy is walking over to Giselle and Robin, and she's like, I'm not in it. And Giselle is like, what? And she's like, Mia is over there asking if Chris is getting paid. And Giselle is like, well, is he? I want to know too. And I'm like, you are walking over to the messy broads. These are the messy broads that you are right now not getting along with. So why would you even think that they have common sense enough to care or know that this is wrong? You gotta listen, know your audience. And actually, I take it back. It wasn't Wendy that said it. It was Escala that said it. Wendy walked over there, but she kind of walked past them. But Escala told him. And when Giselle said, Izzy, Escala's like, that's none of my business. That's none of our business. Ugh. So Giselle said, well, if he is getting paid, Doc gets paid today because he ain't here. And I'm not going to lie, I laughed at that. But Robin in her confessional said, listen, I wondered that too, but Mia, you just met this lady. Why are you asking her that? And then, of course, Giselle is like, listen, I don't care that she asked that. Shit, come back and tell me, is he? So Wendy in her confessional says, I don't think Mia has met that Candy yet. So I would tell her to tread lightly. So Wendy goes to tell Candice that Mia's over there asking your mom, is Chris getting paid? And she's like, oh, is she now? And Robin clocks it, and she's like, really, Wendy? Come on now. And I'm like, you shut the hell up, Robin. Just because. Even though I was thinking kind of the same thing, like, oh, let her have her video shoot. Like, don't disturb her day. Tell her tomorrow. But Candice says, listen, just because your husband came and got you off the corner with your bubble lips and big feet, don't mean that everyone is out there like that or something. But Candice is stupid. Yeah, Mia better tread lightly. So in the next scene, Candice's mom is walking up to Karen just randomly shitting on her daughter, her video shoot. And she's like, yeah, I didn't expect Chris to quit his job right after they got married. And Karen is kind of moving her back like, yo. And even her mom says, oh, I know we're still mic'd. And I'm like, this bitch. So even Karen says, listen, this is what you're doing at her video shoot. Like, this is your daughter's video shoot. She doesn't say that to the mom, but that's what she says in the confessional. But Karen does kind of entertain it when she, told her. She's like, the restaurant closed, and then I just want him to refine himself. This mom, let me tell you. So in the confessional, Karen says she just want her mom to get out her face with this. And she does look irritated. She does. And this lady is literally following her around to shit on Chris. And basically your daughter, too, because that's her husband. Yeah, Karen looks irritated. So the girls get to peeping out Candice's love interest in her video. Giselle's like, yeah, he's nice looking. I just need like 5 more inches. And Robin's like, it don't matter when you lay down. And I'm just like, shut the hell up, Robin, again. And then we see Chris coming across. He's on 10 and he has his apron on. And they're like, he still got on his apron. And Candice is like, oh shit. So then the mom is over there talking to Robin and talking about he was at the house cooking. That's why he still has an apron on. And he was doing some side gig. Apparently you get paid for that. And Robin is like, you think he's getting comfortable? And she's like, hell yeah. And I'm like, y'all, I just want to go down the line and slap the entire shit out of all these women. I do. So Robin says something about unemployment, and then she says, that's a big old house. And I'm like, really? Is Robin talking about someone's finances? Really, Robin? And she's like, that's a big old house. And then Dorothy makes this face or whatever, and she's like, I'm not saying anything about that. And then in the confessional, Robin is like, really? Are you saying that you're still paying for the house? And I'm like, no, she didn't say that. Well, you dumbass. She didn't. Shut up, Robin. So when Chris walks up, her phony ass mom is like, hey, Chris, you okay? He's like, yeah, I've been better. You need a hug? I'm like, this broad. Y'all, I'm not even gonna say no more. Say no more. So then Giselle goes, Chris, you're a chef and you didn't even bring us food. You can't even do that. Y'all, the level of disrespect from these women that was displayed today, honestly, I'm not even kidding. It's not even funny. It's just not even funny. What do you mean you can't even do that? Giselle, I have to breathe because this shit was so out of bounds. Everything that these people were saying, and then you smiling in their face, and I just can't. I swear to God, if I was Candice, I cannot wait till the reunion. That's what it is. I can't wait until Candice can get her shit off to all these women, including hopefully her mama, at the reunion. So then they finish up the shoot, you guys, and Candice's old ass mom is front and center, taking over everything, looking a hot ass mess. She was the worst dressed, and she's the main one in front, looking like a mom or a grandmom even. And yeah, it's done. Thank God. All right, so in the very end, Chris comes, or Candice turns around and she runs to Chris and she jumps on him and everything. And he's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And everybody's looking all uncomfortable. Fuck out of here. That's her husband. Y'all just in the background talking crap or whatever. I can't wait to the reunion. That's all I'm going to say. But that is the end of the episode. Oh, but Candice does make the comment that Chris really messed up and she has to figure out what to do with him now. And I'm like, just fire him. It seems to be a huge issue for everyone involved, including yourself. So just freaking fire him. It's fine. If he's even hired, we don't even know if he's being paid. It's none of my business, so I didn't ask. Mia. But if you are still here, I do appreciate you. You are my real MVP. And I will see you guys for the next video. You guys, I am back at work in the office full time, so I'm trying to figure out how to still get these videos out, even though today your girl did good. She pumped out 3 in one day. Listen, where there's a will, there's a way. So if you have not already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, you guys, so you can know when I upload. And again, subscribe, very important. I appreciate you, and I appreciate my new subbies. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Smooches.